everybody, and welcome to the Sportsman Show. I am your host, Joe Musel, and along with my partner and host, Coachy. You say hi, Coachy.
Oh, Joe just spit it out. Hi, everybody. Unfortunately, we are in a heating pad, but you don't see it behind me. My start to the 2021 campaign is not off to a good start, unfortunately. I'm a little banged up, but
he's a little bit banged up, but folks, he's here for you. He's toughing it out, and he's going strong. And
at least I'm not COVID. I'm not COVID, so
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. He just has a back problem. That's all.
It's a back issue. Hopefully, the pain will go away, and then hopefully I will not have to go see a doctor. But we'll see how we play it out by Monday. But I'm on muscle relaxer weekend, so I've been taking pills since Monday. But we're hanging in. So
you're hanging in there.
Welcome to our first show of 2021.
Yeah, welcome to that. It's still Happy New Year for everybody and stuff like that.
We 3 Kings Day was already celebrated, so.
Yeah, and everything. We got some sad news in the baseball world. First news of the 2020, Tommy Lasorda passed away at 90.
Joe, you said 2020.
2021. Yep,
okay.
2021, Tommy Lasorda passed away. He spent 71 years with the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. That's a long time. 4 World Series wins, one of the most likable guys in the league. I mean, he was just the all-around lovable coach, and he did his antics. He did his pasta sauce and stuff like that, and he was just a good guy. What do you think, Coachy?
There were some moments with him that I really remember, especially back in the 1988 World Series when he let Kirk Gibson come up to bat against Dennis Eckersley in Game 1, which, by the way, that was his final at bat.
Yep.
I think that was the final bat of his career, too, I believe.
Yep.
Out of nowhere, I think it was like a 12-pitch at bat.
Yep, I've seen that.
Home run over to right field, and, I said, how did this guy do with all the injuries he's going through? He had like 3 different injuries going on. I think he had a hamstring.
Yep.
With his knee,
he had a hamstring
elbow.
And an elbow, yep.
So that was one of the memorable moments. And then the best moment for Tommy Lasorda was when Orel Hershiser pitched a complete game in Game 4 to sweep the Oakland A's. I said, that's mind-boggling. And he looked like Orel was on his best game out of that. Mike Scioscia, by the way, was the one who caught that game, in case you wonder who the catcher was. But Tommy Lasorda was a class act. He didn't go overkill on arguing. Yes, I do remember from back when, of course, when I was 2 years old, when I saw the videos of it, when he had 2 different incidents where there was interference at second base, and I think it was with Reggie Jackson both times.
I believe so, yeah.
Yep. So he argued twice, and I can remember the second time around it happened, it was like, he did it again. I'm like, the umpire wouldn't change the call, but the Dodgers still beat the Yankees in that World Series, though. So
yeah, they did. Yeah, unfortunately,
really wasn't really too much, but great guy, class act. He wasn't like Earl Weaver when he wasn't happy. He was throwing his baseball cap like a goon.
Yeah, true.
Or Lou Piniella, who did that quite a bit. Toss the hat in the air, like it's a piece of paper. So But the Dodgers will probably have his number 2 on his patch. And is this number retired?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I would think they should.
Yeah, for 71 years being in your organization.
Well, now they might.
I think his number should be retired.
Go ahead and keep talking. Let me look this up just to make sure his number was retired. So keep talking for a minute.
So Tommy Lasorda, I think, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, that we know.
Is he just in the Hall of Fame for just being a coach? Or is he in the Hall of Fame?
He was a manager, and then he stepped down to take a position in the business role. He was an advisor, and then I think he finally called it a career a couple of years later.
Yeah, but is he in the Hall of Fame as a player? Because he was a pretty decent catcher when he was playing in the major leagues. but I don't think
Okay, actually,
yeah.
Tommy Lasorda's number 2 was retired by the Los Angeles Dodgers back in
Okay.
1997, and he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 97 as a
As a
manager in the
coach?
first year of eligibility.
Okay.
And then it says
Yep.
the Dodgers retired his uniform number 2 on August 15th, 1997, and renamed the street in Dodger Town as Tommy Lasorda Lane.
Yep. Well, there you go.
There you go. So there's your answer. But I'm glad they had his number retired. They shouldn't be wearing number 2 anymore anyway. So there will be a moment of silence probably for opening day for the Dodgers. Of course, we don't know if there's going to be capacity of fans. Probably not to start the season again.
Probably not. But there should be a moment of silence and just honoring
Absolutely.
Tommy.
But Tommy Lasorda, rest in peace.
Yep.
May God bless you.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Tommy Lasorda.
All right.
All right. What do you got?
Lasorda. All right. Let's go to football now because now the playoffs are here.
The playoffs are here. You want to start with the coach being fired first?
Yes, I will start with the coach's carousel.
Coaches Carolo. There's 6 of them gone.
There's 6 of them. Yeah, one of them we didn't want to be gone, but he did too, unfortunately.
Yeah, Anthony Lynn. We didn't want him to go. He's, like I said, he did okay in his 4 years with the Chargers. Sometimes some of his manager skills were questionable, but in the first 3 years, he never had a quarterback. And
Rivers, the first 2 years he was okay, but then the following year, forget it. And then they tried quarterback with Taylor. He had a heart issue, unfortunately, that the doctors screwed up for him. And then here comes Herbert, and all of a sudden, success. You didn't need to get rid of him. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it looks like the Chargers never gave up in any game for him. No. You know, they kept it all competitive.
And I think they ended it with a 4-game winning streak, didn't they?
Or a 3-game.
3-game winning streak. I know they've got a winning streak going into their next season. Congratulations. Great.
Yeah.
But still.
Get firing them. When an organization has – I don't know if the quarterback liked the coach or anything. I don't think it was anything like – we don't know anything about that, but – if you get a quarterback with a good coach, I mean, that's stability. You must create stability in a football organization. Stability helps you win championships. It helps your organization grow. If you just have a carousel of coaches going in and out every 3 or 4 years, there's no stability. Your quarterbacks have to learn new systems. There's no feeling good about, about your coach or anything, even about your organization. You got to create that stability. I don't know who the Chargers will get as a next coach, but
the only coach that I've heard so far they've interviewed for the job is Jason Garrett.
Ooh, Jason Garrett.
No, please. No. I don't want to see the New York Giants break up their coaching staff. Give me a break. I mean, it's 1 year. You know, they just announced with the Giants that their GM is going to stay only because Joe Judge was there for 1 year. But, I think the GM is definitely on the hot seat this coming season, knowing if the Giants don't play well, that could be the end for the GM. As for their head coach, Joe Judge, I thought he had an okay season. I mean, Saquon Barkley went down with an injury for the 2nd straight year in a row. But now they got to be careful with him because I think he's a free agent at the end of this upcoming season, I think.
Because he's out of his rookie contract,
Yeah, and here's the big question. You better hope he doesn't hold out. And I'm also saying this as well. If he gets hurt again and another ACL or MCL or anything like that and gone for the season, I don't know if the Giants are really going to want to re-sign him.
Probably not, because running backs are replaceable in a draft. They're replaceable.
In a heartbeat, too.
You can go and get maybe 3rd or 4th round a decent running back that can run maybe 7 to 1,000 yards out of college. And you need that. That's a need, but you can find that in the draft. You can,
Yep.
you don't have to. That's what the Cowboys did. They committed to Zeke all that money. Now they don't have any money to do anything else. So,
right.
I mean, running backs, unless they really, really, really improve your team, aren't worth spending that much money on anymore.
Yup.
They're just not. It's just, I'm sorry to hear that, because all the great running backs like Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, and stuff like that, I mean, they're just not there anymore like that. Adrian Peterson's.
Peterson's already said he's not going back to Detroit. He says he wants to be on a winning team now.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
But, it's just a diamond. It's almost a dime a dozen is a running back. It's just is.
Mm-hmm.
But,
exactly. And then if you look at the other coaches, Jacksonville, I'm hoping if Urban Meyer gets a chance in the NFL to be a head coach, I'm going to say this: don't screw around and do some stupid things like you've done with the teams you've coached in college for Florida and Ohio State.
Yeah, hopefully not. Jacksonville, they're on a 15-game losing streak.
Yeah. And you already know who the number one pick is going to be.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence.
You got it. Yep.
And he's arguably probably the best quarterback to come
out there for this coming draft.
Well, you can almost argue he's the best quarterback ever to play in college sports. He lost only 2 games. He threw
and there's one game that wasn't his fault because he couldn't play because he was tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
At the game at Notre Dame.
Yeah. So he's lost 2 games in his whole college career. But he's
going to have to realize, you got to hope Jacksonville, he's going to be used to losing a little bit the next year.
Hopefully he's used to losing and stuff. Hopefully this is what Jacksonville should probably do. Take
the running back is set. They got James Robinson. That's all set. The receivers are set.
Offensive line. Protect Trevor Lawrence. Protect him all the time. You can find that in this draft. There's like a 330-pound guy out there. Big, scary guy.
Well, there's people who weighs more than 330 pounds, about 350, 360.
I think he's going number 3rd overall. I forgot his name, but he pushes wall. He's a big, huge guy. But
we'll have to talk about that later in the spring.
Later in the future when I can find his name somewhere.
Yep. But yeah, and by the way, the Cowboys fired their defensive coordinator, Mike Nolan. That wasn't a surprise.
No, that was coming.
With the other coaches right now, you got coaches being interviewed and stuff. We don't want to make a prediction where these coaches are going to go to. Let the course play itself out before we discuss what's going on. But
the Jets quarterback coach got canned.
That was coming.
But at
least he won it with had a 2-game winning streak before New England took care of them.
Took care of that. But
Detroit has been looking for a coach. What else? Detroit, Jacksonville, Atlanta. They interviewed their own interim coach who's there for the rest of the season. You have Houston doesn't have a coach yet, and already Deshaun Watson is not very happy that he did not approve of the GM who got hired by Houston. Oh boy.
Did Denver fire their coach?
No, he got kept.
He got kept, but he's on the hot seat.
John Elway, who's stepping down from his GM's position.
Yep.
But their coach for Denver is going to be on the hot seat this coming season.
Yeah, he will be.
Let's see what else. I haven't heard any other coaches that are on the hot seat for the come playoff time. So, but now for Kansas City, once it's Monday, they can't touch their offensive coordinator as long as Kansas City is still going in the playoffs, or they're going to have to wait until their playoff season's over or the Super Bowl, like it happened with Matt Patricia, because Detroit couldn't get him until it was over.
Yep, and then he committed and not When
And 3
AJ
years
going.
later, 2.5
years later, gone.
Yep. That was coming, and I've already said, will Bill Belichick rehire him as a defensive coordinator? Possible. We brought back Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, we brought back to Josh.
Yep, and of course, when Belichick leaves, that's going to be our next coach.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
I believe so.
It's all, Joe, believe me, he didn't take the job for Indianapolis, so once he decided to stay, he knows that once Belichick calls it a career, he's taking over.
Yeah.
I think so. No doubt about it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, that's the coaches and stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the Patriots and.
Well, I can say some happiness about Week 17. Cam Newton, who more than likely, from what I just read, has a 25% chance to re-sign. He actually had his best game of the season on Week 17.
He actually threw the ball a little bit.
And he caught one.
Yep.
Jacoby Myers, to me, was the best receiver we had out there. He actually threw 2 touchdown passes this year.
Yeah, he did.
But the receivers are going to need some more work. I mean, Edelman hopefully should be over this injury and should be ready to go. Tight end is a weakness. We need a tight end who can catch the ball and just make a block, even though our tight end scored a touchdown.
Hopefully.
Our running backs are fine. We don't have an issue with the running backs. And next year, we've already got a couple of our regular defensive players who've already said they will be back with New England next season, which is good.
Well, hopefully all 8 players that opted out of the season come back.
2 of them are already coming back. So you got 2 down, 6 to go.
Yep. So let's see.
But that's what I read in World of World, that 2 Patriots defensive players will be back next year. So Gunnar Olszewski was actually the last couple weeks of the season. I thought he looked pretty good. I think he's ready to become a wide receiver.
The tight end gun.
No. The wide receiver who did special teams to returning kickoffs and stuff. That guy.
Oh yeah, the Gunnar Olszewski, the guy who, let's see, he did what, a 55-yard return for a touchdown.
Yep. About the last 6 weeks, he came in to a good groove, and I'm hoping he will get a chance to play some wide receiver and get more chances to catch the ball.
Well, Patriots really don't have too many of the wide receivers. Looks like Jacoby Myers is probably their best. N'Keal Harry, I don't see.
No, he needs more work.
He needs a lot more work. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Our offense was weak this year, but what happens if we re-sign Cam Newton for another year? That's going to be a question. But if he re-signs him for 1 year, that means the Patriots if the Patriots have all 8 of their regular defensive players come back next year, you may see Newton re-sign for 1 more year. I hate to say it, but I think that
might. I think so. Unless you're going to trade up in the draft at number 15.
Not where the Patriots are drafted, Joe. 15.
Yeah, we would have to trade up to at least number 5 to get any decent quarterback out there.
Yeah, that's why I think I've got a funny feeling Cam Newton might get re-signed, because the 15th pick is a pretty tough pick.
Yeah, it is.
Out of 32. I mean, this is the highest we've been in a long time, but still.
Well,
it's not safe to get a quarterback at number 15. I mean, look what Green Bay did. I mean, it made Aaron Rodgers shake like boots, like, if I don't play well, I'm going to get benched. Well, yeah, Aaron Rodgers had a season.
Aaron Rodgers probably the MVP of the season, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. He beat Patrick Mahomes after that Week 16 game.
Yeah.
That's definite. I agree with that statement completely.
So, but we'll see what the Patriots do.
Yep.
We'll see
absolutely. Now, if there's one team who we're disappointed with who didn't make the playoffs, it's the Miami Dolphins. Had their chance. They got blown to smithereens by Buffalo, and that opened the door for Indianapolis.
Yeah, that opened but Indy, we'll talk about Indy in their upcoming matchup.
Yeah, which we're about to talk about right now with the NFL Wild Card Weekend. First time ever we have 6 games in 2 days, and it's filled for the whole day. I want to start with Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Cleveland apparently their facility has been closed. I have not heard anything about if their place was open today, but there were a couple more people that tested positive. And if it keeps going the way it's going right now, and I hope that it's on track for Sunday night, but if they don't, it's going to probably may not be played till Tuesday because you really can't compete with the National College Championship football game for ratings on Monday night.
You really don't want to compete with that. But
or the only other option is, Joe, they would have to play that game Monday evening, like at 5 o'clock. If you want to do it Monday, you can't play it at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry.
But if Cleveland has any players left,
they got their receivers back, which is good. But now you got coaching staff member again that got.
I think you got an offensive lineman got it too, or something like that.
Because the special teams coach is taking over for the head coaching for Sunday. Against Pittsburgh, and I can't believe this. This is the third time they're playing each other. How is this game going to go? If Pittsburgh loses this game, okay?
Yeah.
If the Steelers don't win this game, Joe, do I see a panic coming in Pittsburgh? Yes, I do a little bit.
With Mike Tomlin, I see it coming. It'd be a disappointment, but I don't
Tomlin's safe, but he may not have it safe much longer if he loses this game, and then next year he could be on the hot seat.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is an organization bred to win championships, not just make the playoffs and stuff.
Right, and especially now they have a weakness, and that's their running game now.
Yeah, but even in Week 16, that Cleveland game.
Week 17, yep.
17. Pittsburgh held their own against the scrubs, the starters of Cleveland.
Mason Rudolph started that game. Yes, I understand that. But
you plug in Big Ben.
Now you give Roethlisberger a break. He didn't even travel with the team. So
nope.
You know now, to Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh needs to win at least one game to make sure that everybody else is safe.
Yeah, they do.
But
I don't see him losing this game. Cleveland will have to. Baker Mayfield would have to be. He's a game manager. If everything's not perfect from his team, he does. If he has to throw 55 times, that he's going to lose.
I can see him throwing the ball 35 times in that game on Sunday night.
If he keeps it 35 times, 30 to 35 times throwing, and has a decent – you got a chance. And his running game is going, it's definitely a chance of, having a chance to beat Pittsburgh. But
don't forget they have two nice running backs with Cleveland this year, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
I think one had over 1,000 yards. The other one was close to 1,000 yards.
But Pittsburgh has the defense to stop the run. They really do. They if you look at
I know didn't play that game either, so he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Pittsburgh's defense probably top 5 in the league.
Top 10.
I can
say top 10 definitely, not top 5.
But they've shown potential to be top 5. They
can be.
They can be.
But the other two games we have to talk about is Indianapolis at Buffalo. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. You've earned yourself a home game for the first time, I think, since 1995.
Yeah, probably.
And Governor Cuomo has decided a big test. Let's bring 6,700 fans to the game.
Yep.
For the first time, and this will be a good test to see how this can go. And they're like, yup, if this works, he'll possibly start thinking about opening Broadway shows on stage and indoor facilities again. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Not so fast. Not after today, what I just heard.
Yeah, I know.
But we don't need to talk about.
We don't need to talk about that right now.
Yeah, no. But I think this is good for fans, but they have to be tested. And I believe they're the first game tomorrow, I think. Yes, they are.
105.
Okay. Yep. So the fans, there's no tailgating allowed.
Nope.
The fans must be tested negative. They must wear a mask. And I don't know if they're going to open I would imagine they'll open the concession stands for the fans.
Yeah, I think so.
I would think
if they're
should.
no tailgating, then they're
no
going to have
tailgating, and they have to sit far away from each other.
Well, so, 6,700 you can do that. You can
do that, absolutely. Now, how do I expect this game to go? Well, Stephon Diggs came up on the injury report with an oblique muscle.
Yep.
Cole Beasley, I knew he's not 100% right now, but this is the playoffs. Watch him play.
Yeah, okay, Cole Beasley.
Diggs is actually their best receiver by far.
Yeah,
by
far.
A great regular season.
Yes,
he was
did.
Outstanding.
Yep.
And of course he didn't complain either. So
if the Buffalo Bills go in there and play their game, I don't see Indy winning this. Indy only
unless Phillip Rivers goes off and has a game of his life.
He would have to. Indy only won 2 games over teams above 500 this year. They only won 2 games, and
but I can't
one was
say
the Green Bay game, and the other one I forgot about.
But for a fact, Joe, you have, their running game was very good this year.
Yep, their defense was
receivers.
Yep.
Receiver-wise, T.Y. Hilton got off to a very slow start. He was injured, and then at the end, I think he had like 4 touchdowns at the end of the season. So that's something to build on. And you have your other receivers out there. But if you're Indianapolis, you don't want to see Buffalo go marching down the field on offense and have the defense stay out there for too long.
Well, if Buffalo has their 35-point offense game going, you'll see the ball just march right down the field on
Yep, exactly. And Buffalo really throws the ball more than runs anyway.
Yes, they do. But for Indy, Phillip Rivers,
he's had a good
decent.
He's been
decent. Yes, he is an older quarterback, but he knows how to play the game. He knows what he's doing. He can't fully win games anymore with his abilities, but he can manage them to be one.
And of course, Rivers signed a 1-year contract.
Yeah, you got to give him 1-year try and stuff. He did make that team a lot better.
Crack at it next year. He passed his test.
Well, Indy's not going to get a high draft pick or a quarterback, so you might as well give him another chance to.
I would even sign him 2 years. I would give him a 2-year deal now. That's how I look at that. So, but both of us think Buffalo will win that game.
Yeah, Buffalo will win.
I'm going to say Buffalo wins it by 9.
Yeah. I predict maybe a 25 to 35 game. Probably
35-25. I was thinking like maybe 26-16.
Okay. So we'll see what happens.
I'll go with that one. So, then you have the next game to discuss.
On Saturday.
New Orleans and Chicago. Or are we going to talk about the Rams and Seahawks?
Rams and Seahawks at 4:40.
Okay. The Rams just got Cooper Kupp back from the COVID list. Jared Goff is a game-time decision because he had thumb surgery, and the other quarterback didn't look the greatest. He's a running quarterback. I can see this. I can saw that was coming.
Yeah.
And Malcolm Brown might be the starting starting running back this week, from what I heard.
Probably he will be. But if Seattle's healthy and stuff, Seattle should win this nice home game.
Chris Carson should be ready to go. Rashad Penny, he's questionable. Then Jamal Adams saying he's absolutely playing this game, and the final injury report came out and says he's not on the injury report, so he's giving it a go tomorrow afternoon against the Rams. But remember, Russell Wilson in the first half, Joe, not always productive. He saves his stuff for the second half.
That's true. He is a better half quarterback than he is, but. Mm-hmm.
But there is still 2 good weapons on that team for receivers.
TJ
Tyler Lockett and DJ Metcalf.
Yep. Yeah. Which, if those 2 get going, I don't see the Rams secondary handling them too well. I think they'll
Yep.
be able to get over the top on them, and just run on them. They'll be able to go maybe maybe flag patterns, cross them. I see them putting two corners on them or doubling up safety zone, and Wilson will be able to pick and choose which wide receiver he'll be able to throw the ball to.
Yep, absolutely. Tampa, Washington I think is the Saturday night cap.
Yes, it is. NBC.
Okay. Let's see. Brady's first time in the playoffs as an NFC quarterback. The game's in Washington. How do I think this is going to fare? I think it's going to be a competitive game. Washington is not being committed on a starting quarterback right now. They're starting Alex Smith, but I heard they may rotate quarterbacks in this game.
Well, they may rotate them for special plays. I don't think you want Alex Smith doing any running or anything like that. If it's like 3rd and goal or something like that, you may see the other quarterback in there.
Well, that's why they're putting in Tyler Heineke. So
Heineken should be able to do those quarterback sneaks. You need 3 yards to run. You do that. Boom.
Antonio Gibson's questionable, but he'll be playing. He's got a toe injury, still the same turf toe.
Yep.
Terry McLaughlin should be ready to go. Washington has nothing to lose for this game, and you have home field, even though you have no fans. Oh, there's definitely going to be no fans now.
No.
And then on Tampa's side of the ball,
Tampa.
Here comes Tom Brady. Congratulations. But what do you have in the tank for the playoffs? You have your wide receiver core. I heard Mike Evans is going to be going to be a game time
decision. Yeah.
Watch he'll play, knowing him. And Gronk, we're going to see what he can do in this game. But if he can outrun these defenders for Washington, I'm going to give Tampa Bay right now. I'm going to say they will. I think it's going to be a closer game than what they think, but I'm going to give Tampa a 7-point win.
I say Washington have a young, healthy defense.
Yes, Chase Love.
The other big guys, they have a front four. I think all of them are rookies.
Yes, they are. I believe just about the whole entire defense are rookies.
Yep, but they're all fresh. They're young. They look good. I mean, if they actually looked better in the regular season, they would have had a better record. But it's not all on the defense. But I believe these defensive front will get pressure on Tom Brady. He will be hugging the ground a little bit.
Yup. I think Chase Love's already said, I want Tom Brady. I've already heard that. So, oh, boy.
Yep.
I said, you better be careful what you say on the media.
Well, last time we saw Tom Brady in a New England Patriots uniform in a playoff game, he was throwing a pick six into the end zone. I mean, I give this game maybe 16-13 or something like that.
Low scoring? Okay.
I give this low scoring because I think Washington's defensive front four will take care of Tom Brady a little bit.
I'm going to say 17-10.
Yeah, okay. I can give
so we'll see that goes for Saturday. Now for Sunday, we got
Sunday.
Dun. Sunday has the first game as
Baltimore and
Tennessee. Rematch of last year. Lamar Jackson. Can he finally get over the hump with a playoff?
Yeah, that's the questionable.
And the people are giving him a hard time about this.
Well, will Tennessee have their number? Baltimore's number.
Will Derrick Henry actually, you ran for over 200 yards. Can he commit this in the playoffs as well? That's going to be the key
2,000 yards he ran over.
Mm-hmm.
But, if Derrick King Henry now, he's calling himself King Henry. He's the best running back in the league. Hands down,
mm-hmm.
He is the best running back in the league. If he gets running on that Baltimore defense and keeps Lamar Jackson off the field. I mean, if
Yep.
Tennessee can go like 7 or 8 minute drives and keep the Baltimore
Keep the offense
off the field,
you got a chance.
You got a chance to win this. You got a real good chance to win this.
Mm-hmm.
They're comfortable going into at their house. I don't think they'll have any fans or anything like that. But
no, there will be some fans. They've been
some
having
fans
at the games of Tennessee. Yes.
Okay,
I've been watching on the football dish of my cousins. They've had maybe 2,000 fans or something
okay,
that, but not many.
You're not making too much noise on that. But
no. Crowd noise didn't do much this year anyway. So
no, it didn't.
But I mean, the game in Seattle
has
no fans. The game in Seattle will have no fans. The game in Washington won't have any fans.
Nope.
So, and then New Orleans and Chicago, I think there's only going to be family members allowed to go. I don't think they're allowing fans again.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't give Chicago too much of a chance in this one. Especially
wait.
Alvin Kamara.
Hold on, though. If Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray don't get cleared, it might be a closer game.
Maybe a little bit closer, but –
And Michael Thomas is supposed to play on Sunday.
Yeah.
I believe he's been cleared.
Yeah, so –
But if Ty Montgomery's got to play the running back role, well, he's done it before, but I can see New Orleans definitely beating Chicago. And by the way, the Bears coach is on the hot seat too. I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
He's not out of the woods. Yeah, I think he has to win this game in order to keep his job, I think.
That's a tall order to go up against the Saints.
Yeah, I know, but they're not saying much about it, so that's telling me that he's still on the hot seat. I think he's got to win one game, I think.
Yeah.
Which could happen. It's very easy.
It could be.
How do I think the game's going to go?
How do you know?
I can see if New Orleans has their running backs back for this game. I want to say it's going to be 20. I'm going to give it 27 to 13. I'm going to give it a 2-touchdown win.
Yeah.
If there's no running backs,
well,
then I'm going to say 21-20.
Well, for right now, Alvin Kamara's out, and yeah.
And Latavius
Josh
Murray
Hill is out. Nick Austin is out. There's a lot of key players for New Orleans.
Latavius Murray is out too, I believe, right now at the moment. They have not been cleared.
No.
Stay tuned for that. You may not get an answer until Sunday morning.
Probably not. But yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. For Chicago, I did see a couple people were questionable. Watch they'll play anyway. So Mitch Trubinsky's the quarterback anyway for Sunday's game. So
well, the Saints are a 10-point favorite. So giving them 14 points, 14-point win, you can see that.
Yeah, I can see it happening. Then of course Cleveland, Pittsburgh. We already talked about that game. So
yep.
So we're good to go for the wild card, and then we're on next week. We'll discuss the post scores of all that, and then we're ready for next weekend where the divisional round will be 2 games each.
Yeah, 2 games.
2 games. Green Bay's going to allow a little more with fans too, by the way. They're going to spread it out.
They're going to try some more fans and
stuff. So we'll see how that goes. So, all right. Should I talk? Yeah, I guess I should talk hockey now.
Okay. You got 25 minutes to talk some hockey.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go overkill on hockey, but I'll summarize what's going on now, getting ready for the season on Wednesday, January 13th. Canada only has one province left to clear themselves to play their games at home, and that's the Winnipeg Jets. The provinces of Ontario, Alberta, and British Columbia have gotten the green light to do games at home. No fans, of course, right now. But Winnipeg, Manitoba is the only province that has not been cleared yet, and I hope they get clearance soon, or otherwise they got to go. Otherwise, they're going to have to play probably not in Ottawa, but I'm thinking oh God, I can't even. They may have to play. They'll have to play somewhere else in Canada. They can play in Quebec. Yeah, Montreal. I forgot Montreal got cleared. But they may have to play in Hamilton, Ontario temporarily until they get themselves cleared. I don't know. Let me take a look real quick at the Winnipeg Jet schedule for their first game. Do they play on the 13th of January or do they play on the 14th?
I don't know.
I'm looking now.
NHL is you, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It's me all the way. Whoa. Wait a minute. I don't want that. Get out of there. Let's see.
Are they going to even have Wolfpack games or something this year?
Yes, February 5th. No, Hartford's going to have their season will start February 5th.
Okay, Hartford Wolfpack season. Yay.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Wait a minute.
Well, you're looking this up. New Britain Bees have a 5-year extension in New Britain.
Yep. And the Bristol Blues have approved to. Yeah, I got one of those today, too. They're going to start their season. I've already said I won't see you guys until July.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can bring my phone with me if I want to watch hockey now since I get 4G on it now. So
there you go. 4G,
okay, good. Winnipeg's first game, they have until Thursday next Thursday they have before they can clear it so they can play their opener against the Calgary Flames. So I got that up there in the air. So, but that's where we stand right now with Canadian teams trying to clear everything else. Now, the season is scheduled to start Wednesday, January 13th, but we already have a hiccup.
Yeah.
And what I mean by a hiccup is as of late this morning, while I was playing video games, how nice.
Because of your back problem.
Yup. Got the message from Roto-World that says, and on my phone, that the Dallas Stars have some problems. I'm like, uh-oh. So 6 hockey players on the team. They don't have to announce the players' names. And 2 coaching staff members were tested positive. And because of that already, they have postponed their upcoming 2 games against the Florida Panthers. And we wait and see what they do for January 19th. So I am hoping for hockey that, but in all sports, we know this was going to happen. Or during college, same thing. You're going to have players that's going to happen with this to postpone games, or like the UConn women, they had to cancel against Baylor because anytime there's a non-conference game, you will automatically cancel it. Because it doesn't mean anything for your non-conference schedule. It comes down to your conference play, And in basketball, you're playing 72 games. You're traveling far away. For the most part.
You are.
You're reducing some. In hockey, you're only playing 56 games this year, and you're only playing games in your division to cut the traveling.
Yeah.
Now, I was so hoping after last year we did not have really any positive cases. This is actually the first time that a team really got zonked in the NHL.
Well, this is the first time. This is the first time you guys stepped out of the bubble. Remember, last year you guys started in the bubble.
In the playoffs, yes.
Playoffs and everything.
2 cities.
Yep.
The safest places to play, actually.
Yeah, and you guys played on a bubble. I mean, you guys were the first to kick off your season and get stuff going and everything. So
right, and then, of course, at first as well, if you remember, after we had a bad incident during the summertime, I won't mention about it too much, but, of course, when it happened, the NBA took the pause, and then they were crying wolf. The NHL didn't take the pause, and they took a 2-day pause after that.
Yep. Yeah.
If you remember correctly.
Remember all that? Yeah.
So,
but yeah.
But some arenas are not. There's a few arenas that are not allowing fans right now. There's only a couple arenas that I know of are going to allow some. The San Jose Sharks have not been cleared to play their home games yet because, of course, in the Bay Area, they are still in sports shutdown for everybody. So they're going to be playing their games in Arizona when the Coyotes are on the road.
Yeah.
So, and for all you fantasy draft owners like me, because I have to start
It's just a white piece of paper right there.
It's white. Oh, really?
It is. It's still white. It's a white piece of paper, Coach.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah, it's blurry.
Yeah.
You can't see that.
If you want to draft players, let me tell you.
See some white little piece of paper? Here's a Kevin Garnett card. There you go.
if you pay attention like I'm going to have to be, if you find out a player gets crossed out about a half hour before your game starts because he went on the COVID list, you better find an alternative who's playing that night. Because I think this league means you got to wait for this waiver claim to go through.
Yeah.
And it's a pain. You got to do it. So I've had to be in contact with the commissioner and see what they have to say. Because I'm doing a Yahoo league this year. I'm not doing fan tracks where you have to put in your lineup every week and then you can't touch it for a whole week. I'm like, yeah, no. I did that in Florida enough last year when I had to pick players in the hotel room just because I had 4 players injured, which was ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe, it was mind-boggling. I was like, and I felt so bad I had to do it in the hotel room at night because,
that's so bad because definitely you own those players.
Yeah, well, I was in the playoffs and I was playing. I just had to get through one more round and I would have won money, but of course, that season
that didn't work.
With basketball. Yep. But that's my take on hockey. Starting next week, I will mention some players who had some good games and stuff. So we will have some more hockey stuff that's going to be starting up when the regular season starts on Wednesday when I have 5 games to watch.
Okay.
So all right.
Watching a little bit of NBA, watching my favorite team, the Celtics. Big shout out to Peyton Pritchard.
Big shout out for your big win against Miami with 0.2 of a second left.
That's what I'm mentioning. That's my team. I let you talk with your hockey. It's my turn with the basketball. The dribbling. You don't know anything about the dribbling. Your puck is on ice and stuff and whatever else you do.
New rules this year, so.
Yeah,
which I got to still look at eventually. I have to still look at them. I've read it, glanced it, but I have to read it a little more this weekend. But go ahead. Yeah. Winning game against Miami. Go ahead.
The new rule for hockey is not to fall asleep during it. But, big shout out for Peyton Richardson. With 2.2 seconds left, he got the rebound, put it right back in. That kid is doing very well as his rookie season. I see him as a young Jason Williams with a better head on his shoulder, with more brains than Jason Williams had.
Right.
I do. I mean, I see his maturity and stuff like that on the court. Jason Tatum is really stepping forward as a big-time leader. So is Jaylen Brown. He had a nice 42-point game a couple games ago. 3 players got zonked for the upcoming game, but that's against Washington.
Are they playing Orlando?
Or Orlando.
Are they in Orlando if they played in Miami?
Yes. No, they're playing Washington Wizards tonight.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know the Wizards
tonight for the Friar.
Have a decent team this year. Okay.
Actually, they're like 0-6, I believe, and stuff, and horrible. So missing those 3 players, I don't think that's going to be a problem for the Celtics going forward. Yeah, I don't see them having problems with the Wizards at all. I mean, yes, the Wizards are have Westbrook, but that's all they have is Westbrook. And
don't worry, he'll be asking for a trade before you know it.
He'll be asking for a trade, some popcorn, and maybe a seat on the bench. But
maybe a glass of soda too.
A glass. He'll probably drink a power-up juice or something, whatever.
Yeah, Powerade, probably a 5-hour energy or a Red Bull, something like that.
Something like that. But another shout-out again for the high scoring for the NBA. It's still continuing.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
Here we go again with the high scoring. But I'm
2 weeks in a row, you're going to ramp this. Here we go.
I'm still mad about it, though. I'm still mad that just standing by and defensive players don't do much. And so, it's still a high-scoring league and stuff. Right now, the Knicks are doing okay. They're at 500. They'll remain at 500 throughout the
That's
season.
okay. That's still good. That's where they're supposed to be.
The Lakers are
Slow start.
Slowly start. Their NBA woes have carried over a little bit this year. They're not gelling as fast as I expected them to do. Neither are the Brooklyn Nets.
But yeah, well, the Nets
Kyrie
right now,
Irving,
yes, I know Kevin Durant has a COVID situation,
yep.
but it doesn't sound serious. And Kyle Irving's out for personal reasons. I read that.
Yeah, he's becoming a diva. He's becoming.
Yeah, well, we both said that. He is.
Yeah, is a diva. He is becoming a diva, and I wish he would just play basketball because he is really talented.
No, well, he's going to be putting on a girl's wig very soon if he keeps on being a diva.
Probably he will, but that's not going to win him any championships or respect around the league. No, he's going to end up like Westbrook on a team that way under 500, and he's just going to be scoring all the time. He's not going to earn the respect to be on a championship level team, and he's just going to have his one championship with LeBron. That's all he's going to have.
Right. Now, I know you were not happy to hear Steph Curry scored 62 points in a game for Golden State.
Well, I like Steph Curry. He's okay.
Right, but 62 points, though, that he had against the Clippers, where we were not defend. I saw he was being really defended. That's why I was waiting for you to talk about Steph Curry and his 62 points. Outburst.
Yep. Yes, he did have a nice 60-point outburst. I mean, those games for Steph Curry are coming a little bit farther apart. I mean, during his glory days in the Warriors organization, he used to do 40 to 50-point games every maybe 3 games, every 3-4 games and stuff. Now his 60-point outages are coming every maybe 12 games or something like that. He's starting to slip a little. It comes with age. It comes with teams double teaming him because they don't have the players around him like a Kevin Durant to take the pressure off the ball off of him and stuff, or his other partner. I forgot his name. The point guard, the other one.
For who?
For the Warriors. The other guy.
Yeah, remember the Warriors changed their players a little bit now. So
the one that's injured has the.
Yeah, now I know who you're talking about.
The Splash Brothers. Oh, what is his name?
I can't even think of it now. I know what to do. Wait.
Google rosters.
That's what I'm doing.
We get things right on this show.
Klay Thompson?
Klay Thompson.
Okay.
He doesn't have him in the lineup to take off pressure either. So, yeah. I mean, it is an impressive feat that Steph Curry can still do that, but they're coming farther and further between. I mean, the Warriors aren't the Warriors that they were. I mean, they're lucky to probably get the 6th or 7th seed and probably in the West if they –
well, as long as Curry doesn't get hurt again.
Yeah. As long as that doesn't happen, that's what they'll end up probably.
Yep. But, yeah, so far from what I've seen, the NBA is doing okay. I mean, we weren't having many cases so far until a member of the Dallas Mavericks got zonked. And, of course, one of the 76ers got zonked. And then you said the Celtics had a couple players. But we wanted to talk about Mr. Harding again for Houston. And I guess you have more info than I do on this one, so go ahead.
Mr. Harding is James Harding. Doesn't want to play in Houston, does want to play in Houston, doesn't. I mean, basically, Houston's going to have to trade him. Or he's worth a whole bunch of money. I don't know what team is going to take on that role, but they're going to have to find a new home for him. He's becoming a
problem child.
He's writing on the walls with crayons that he wants out with exclamation marks. You might as well fulfill his needs and ship him out the door.
Go get some draft picks and go get a couple young players.
Yep. So I think James Harding's days in Houston.
Time in Houston is over.
Over.
Yep. What's our minutes left on the clock, Joe?
We can say goodbye and happy holidays again or whatever.
Oh, wow, that's it, huh?
Yeah.
How many, what do we got, a minute?
We got a minute to do that.
Oh, cripe. Okay.
Correct.
We will talk about Doug Peterson's little role he had throwing the game away next week since we don't have time. But we want to take the opportunity, everybody. This is 2021. Please play it safe because right now we may have the vaccines, but we are still in the virus crisis, and we do have 2 new cases now in Connecticut, unfortunately, that traveled. Apparently it's a new virus, so.
Well, it's not a new virus. It's a little bit better COVID virus on steroids, a little bit better.
Yeah, well, please be careful because we've
got
about
everybody out there, don't panic that this virus is out there. Masks still work.
Masks are have to still be worn, but it has to be done until
6
we
feet
get cold.
apart. 6 feet apart. Stay social distancing, and just wait for that vaccine to happen, and then we can come back to somewhat normal.
We can come back to normal. We're hoping because unfortunately the positivity rate keeps on jumping up after holidays and stuff. So like I said, but I'm not going to talk about high school sports right now because it's just not the right time to do it right now until I hear something else. So I'm not going to discuss that. It's not worth it. But please watch our YouTube videos. We are all up to date, and let's see what 2021 brings for all of us this year. And hopefully, like I said, in sports, yes, we will have those moments, but, keep hoping that this will get better. It's all we can hope for.
Yep. Stay safe, people. This has been the Sportsman Show. I've been your host, Joe Musil. And
I am Jason Careless. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And
watch us on YouTube.
Next week, watch us on YouTube. Watch us on TV. The episodes may not be updated, but it's still funny and worth watching.
Thanks, Uncle Phil, for my hat. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It looks beautiful, Joe. And we will say goodbye. See you next week.
See ya.
Football playoff games, folks.
All right. Enjoy.